Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, the Blood and Wine expansion on the GeForce GTX 950. If you want to see how it runs on the GeForce GTX 750 Ti, check the description below, I left a link to a video there. And for FPS monitoring, I'll be using Cam. If you want to learn how to use it, click in the top right corner of the video where the Cam logo is, or check the description below if you want to learn more. So, the Blood and Wine expansion. As you can see, I'm doing everything on the highest possible, no motion blur, no blur effects, and shadows on high. My honest recommendation is that you keep shadows on medium, it doesn't look that different, unless you are looking very close. And level of detail, keep it on high, if possible, and you will be always over 30 frames per second no matter what. On this test, I'll be showing you the new map, the part of the city. Then the city is seen from a high spot. Then I'll show you 2 boss fights, and then I'll change resolutions and repeat the process. That's pretty much what I'm going to do in this video. If you want to see when I change resolutions, check the description below. I tell you the times when I change that there. And well, why am I testing this, you might ask? Well, this is the same engine as Witcher 3, of course, but CD Projekt Red built this map, the details of the map from scratch. So in the base game, each prop had its own texture according to the developer. Now, since they know how to build the map better in some way, they said that more props have a single texture, so more objects have a shared texture in them or something like that when they are close together. So that means less rock calls, which means better performance. So this runs better than the main game and looks a little better, so that's awesome. So I managed to crank up the settings a little more than in the base game and achieve 30 frames per second. So I'm playing almost the highest setting. I mean, the only thing downgraded is shadows from ultra to high, and I'm not using motion blur or chromatic aberration, and the boss battles are fantastic. This is a great expansion. That's how DLC should be done in the first place on many games. Well, you might ask, why am I not trying to get 60 frames per second? Why not lower in the settings and get him 60 frames per second? Well, that's a good question. It's because, the higher the frame rate, the higher the CPU load. So if your CPU is not enough, you won't get to the desired frame rate. It will bottleneck your GPU. Here's what happens. If I lower the setting as much as I can, I mean, it won't be 60 FPS stable. It seems to be due to the CPU. Remember that I'm using an i7 with cores disabled, so that's a little better than an actual i3. And on the actual i3, I couldn't get 60 frames per second on the other PC. So that's a CPU issue. So if you have an i5, if you want to play at 60 frames per second, you might want to play on medium settings, 1080p or 900p. And you should be fine. But yeah guys, that's pretty much all I have to say for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
Up the ocean and set fire to the wood. For now.
He says if I'm bad, he'll give me to the witches.
This is Beauclair, not some.
Is my head
Poor a witcher. Mary had a little lamb. That face was white as
Push quilts and drag hose.
est flows in the veins of Tusson.
Seek shelter, ladies. The witcher's on the prowl.
For my lady! You watch out! My son! I kill a monster! One for one and one for all! beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar and knocked him to earth. Out came the Witcher, one mighty bound. Fighting its beast, its plans confound. Witcher's life went snuff. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust. Drink up the ocean and set fire to the wood. For nothing is struggle and discover good.
Come on, Roach.
Unky says if I'm bad, he'll give me to the witcher.
Still waters,
Unter
Around here, it's wine, wine, and more wine. Shall say tea.
Let it go out the shore.
All is in order.
Don't crowd around.
For my lady! Watch out! I kill a monster! All for one and one for all! To give fight to the beast! Hands bound! Out! Out! And thus the witch's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.